And breathe. A good day. Today we're going to be answering so many questions.
So many questions.
You've asked us so many, we've got plenty to answer.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Hello and welcome back. Today is going to be our first Q&A, just so you can get to know us a little bit better.
So I've compiled a list of questions from different places online, and we've also got one from one of our followers on Instagram as well.
So without further ado, let's jump into it.
Let's go.
So question one is, if you could live anywhere, where would that be?
I think for me it's obviously going to be Orlando, because I could go to Disney every day. Simple as that, really.
I think for me it'd probably be New York, but I kind of feel like it might be because I've watched a few too many Friends episodes recently.
We're a little bit obsessed.
Definitely hooked on that right now.
Yeah.
So I'd say New York.
Do you like scary movies?
I very much like scary movies. I think not quite as much as Ree. Like, they're not my favourite thing, but I do enjoy watching them.
Because I really like them. Any horror kind of films, anything that's scary, not quite normal, a little bit gory, that's me.
Yeah.
Which is weird considering I'm obsessed with Disney as well. Bit of a contrast there.
Yeah. Do I have a weird habit?
Yeah. Probably name quite a few.
Go on.
I think the one that bugs me the most is when you eat your dinner, you will eat it in sections.
Definitely.
So you won't eat everything at once. You'll eat one thing and then move around to another. So say he's got a roast, he'll eat all of his potatoes and then all of his meat, rather than mix and match. Or I just why?
There's just, to me it seems like the way you should eat things. Like, I'm not gonna like mix and put. Some people put a bit of everything on their fork. Like, and to me that just seems wrong.
Do I have any weird habits?
Yeah, and this is a lot weirder than me eating in sections on my plate. So basically, Ree does not like gravy.
No.
Weird.
I
so
never have.
weird.
I never have done.
I just can't get over it. And basically, if we go to like Toby Carvery or anywhere, or even have a roast here at someone's house, she will cover it in ketchup.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking just not a little splodge. She goes full on over, like half a bottle.
I'm not that bad.
It's pretty crazy though.
I'm not that bad.
I think it's bad enough having ketchup on a roast anyway. We're British. We should have gravy on a roast.
I don't like gravy.
Let's move on before this turns violent.
Okay. So, the next one is, if I was an animal, what would I be?
Okay.
Be nice, please.
I've got to be honest, not nice.
Okay.
Honest.
Okay.
So I'd probably say Ree is a sloth. Now, I
said be nice.
I'm sorry, but this is honest. So Ree is the slowest walker I've ever met.
I am.
I do walk quite fast.
My excuse is I have short legs and he has long legs. There's quite a difference in height. Thanks. I sleep a lot too. I nap in the afternoon. If I have chance, on a day off, I will have a nap in the afternoon.
Yeah, you resemble a sloth quite well. So with Ree being a sloth, what animal do you think that I would be?
I think you would be a monkey.
Right, okay.
Purely because he is such a pain in the bum. Like, he loves winding you up, causing mischief, annoying you, especially if you're really tired or really hungry. He will be there doing the only thing that winds you up, and he knows whatever winds you up with whatever mood you're in, and
true.
He thinks it is hilarious.
I don't know what it is, I just get some kind of thrill out of doing that.
He literally just turns into like a little child, and all he wants to do is wind you up.
Especially on a day if we've not done a lot, because I tend to have quite high energy levels compared to Ree.
Literally, he will wake up and he will be bouncing, yet it will take me like 2 hours and probably 4 coffees to even get to that point. It's not human, but he is definitely cheeky, a bit like a monkey.
Yeah. I guess there's a compliment in there somewhere.
Do your monkey impression.
No.
Moving on.
Swiftly.
Cats or dogs?
For me, cats, definitely.
I think mine would just be both. I couldn't choose.
Okay, so the next question is, what was your last dream about?
So you guys are gonna hate me. This is another one about Disney.
Of course. When does it
I
end?
live and breathe Disney. I'm not joking. So my last dream that I can remember was that I was in the Disney parks in Disney World in Florida. One of the cast members that was in the park was talking to me, and they referred to the place as Disneyland. Now, if you are a Disney fanatic like me, you will know there is Disneyland and there is Disney World, and they are two very different things. They may not seem it to you guys, but they are. So calling Disney World Disneyland, especially when you work there, really stressed me out. And I woke up pretty aggy that morning.
And we'll move on from that because she gets very aggy about the Disneyland Disney World situation. So I can't actually remember my last dream. I don't tend to dream that much really. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I don't sleep the same way. I don't know.
I guess you dream more if you're a heavier sleeper.
Yeah, I think that makes sense to be fair.
Yeah. If you guys
Like
have had any really strange dreams, then drop a comment below and
Yeah,
let us know. I'm
definitely.
really interested to know if it's just me that has really strange dreams and you
I'm sure it
get
won't
really emotionally affected by your dreams. So, can you do any impressions? I know the answer for me is a straight up no. I'm
No.
awful.
Ree does try, I'll give her that, but
Yeah. Accents,
shouldn't.
impressions, not
Yeah.
worth it.
she's not very good at all.
No.
Don't like to toot my own horn, but I can do quite a few impressions.
He's very good.
You're not going to hear them now. You've got to earn that.
We'll save that for another video.
Yeah.
I'll make sure in the future we do a whole video which is just his lovely impressions.
Yeah, we'll do that in the future.
There are even
quite a
some
long
Disney ones
future.
in there.
There are a few Disney characters, some of Ree's favourites that I can do.
Oh yeah.
So the next question is, what are the top 3 things I'm good at?
I think the main one for me is being funny. And I don't just say that because I'm his girlfriend and he makes me laugh.
She has to say that.
I just generally notice, overall, people find him funny. And no, not funny to look at. He's a good looking guy, I mean, come on. But he's just a funny person. The one-liners that he comes out with are great. And hopefully you guys will get to know him a little bit better from the vlogs.
I just feel my ego going.
And you should feel the same thing. Now I'm going to stop before his head explodes. And I think the other 2 is he's really good at technology. He is the one who's picked up on the editing. And I've done sort of all of the other intro bits, all of the writing bits and planning, because I'm the one who's into the organising. And he's also good at cooking. When he can be bothered, he is a budding Gordon Ramsay. So what would you say are the top 3 things that I'm good at?
First thing I'd definitely say organising.
Yeah.
I think Ree's got a bit of OCD.
Yeah, I work in admin currently as
yeah.
well, so it's kind of a
So she's
given.
always so organised, which helps on my part because I'm not so much.
Not at all.
Like, I forget things so much, and then I'll double book days with people.
Yeah.
And I'm just not very good
It gets
at
to
that.
the point where if somebody asks him what we're doing, he'll just say, ask Ree.
Yeah. One thing Ree is very, very good at is complaining. It gets very awkward sometimes because if something happens, say in the store, she'll get very grumpy and, like, I guess angry towards the people that work there,
But
even if it's not their
I
fault.
don't even necessarily mean to do it. I don't know why I do it. I think when I've got my mind set on something and I just want to
Yeah.
get something done, if anything gets in my way, that really stresses
Yeah.
me out, and I can't
So,
deal with it.
I kind of just stand there, like, a bit awkward, like, trying to, really calm down.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it has got us plenty of free takeaways in the past, so I'm happy with it.
It's not the worst thing in the world all of the time.
Definitely not. And the third one I'd probably say is talking. I've never met
Yeah.
someone that can talk so much. She's the sort of person who'll talk about one story and end up telling about 15
Yeah.
before you get to
And
the
I get
point.
worse when I'm drunk.
On to the next question. Favourite alcoholic drink?
Gin.
And the next one is, what is your shoe size? Bit of a random question.
You've got colossal feet. He is literally like
Yeah.
a giant. He's not even like 10 foot tall,
No.
but his feet are huge. He is size 11. Now please, people out there tell me, is anyone else size 11? Because for me, that's just crazy. But I'm
That's
size
standard.
6, which is like the standard size for women. What's your middle name?
So my middle name's Christopher. It's basically just because it was my dad's name.
Yeah, and mine is Adelaide, which I believe is a great grandparent from India, because some of my family on my mum's side are from India, and that was her first name.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. What was the thing we last ate?
Pizza. Okay, the next one is quite a good one. What is the one thing you were scared of?
I think the main two, I don't know if I could choose which one I'm more scared of, is either birds or clowns.
Yeah.
If a
Oh,
bird
she's
comes
terrible.
anywhere near me, I want to run away. If a clown comes up on the screen, I'm hiding. The trailer to the new It film actually made me want to cry.
I think the one thing I'm mainly scared of is just spiders. It's quite a normal thing to be scared of, but it is.
But you're the man in the relationship,
Yeah.
and I'm the
Or
one who
meant to
has to
be.
get rid of the spiders. If there's
Yeah.
one anywhere, or if a wasp comes into the room, I am terrified of wasps, but I am normally the person who wafts it out the window.
Yeah. And so the next question is, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I
I've
do.
watched too many horror films, too many ghost documentaries to not. There's something out there.
100%.
Yeah.
Not just us.
No.
On to the next question. Do you have any piercings or tattoos?
So I do. I have my ears pierced, which I stretched up when I started college. They're not very big, but I just couldn't deal with having to change my earrings all the time. And I also have 2 tattoos. I don't know how well you can see it, but I've got a music note and a lifeline attached to it on my wrist, which I got on my 18th birthday. And then I've also got this lion here, which is a very detailed one that's really awkward to show you. But he is absolutely gorgeous. He took about 2 hours, and I got him last year.
Yeah. I don't have any piercings or tattoos,
No.
unfortunately. I can't show you anything. Maybe in the future.
Would you prefer being in the city or the countryside?
In terms of thinking to like live, I'd probably say the city. Just because more built up, more things to do, less
See, I think
boredom.
it's kind of the same for me because there's more to do. But I kind of think where we live at the moment is perfect. So we are in a little village which is sort of surrounded by countryside, but we're a 10-minute drive from the town
Yeah.
centre. So we still have all of that. Not that our town has that much to do.
No, it's not the greatest.
But yeah, I think maybe on sort of the outskirts. I don't think I would want to be in the centre of a city because it's so noisy.
Yeah, very true. So I'd probably say in terms of going away or maybe like a weekend break, I'd probably have to say going to like the countryside. Like maybe even just like a log cabin maybe. There's so many
It's my
about.
dream to go away for a log cabin with a
Yeah.
hot tub and you're just surrounded by the forest. I think this year we're going to look at going camping in the New Forest,
Yeah.
which isn't too far from us, taking our bikes so we can go cycling and go around to all of the like country village pubs and that. But when we've got a bit more money, which we're not saving for our next holiday, we will definitely try and rent a log cabin in a hot
100%,
tub.
definitely. It's got to be done. If you have any places to suggest, just let us know as well.
Yeah, that would be brilliant.
That'd be amazing.
If there's any sort of offers
Yeah.
you know about, that would be very
Definitely.
useful.
We do love a bargain. This next one's quite a nice one. What is your favourite flavour of ice cream?
So I don't really eat ice cream because I avoid most dairy apart from cheese, as mentioned, and chocolate. So softer dairy I avoid. So I normally have sorbet, and mango is my favourite. Completely in love with mango flavour.
For me, I'd probably say it's the Kinder Bueno ice cream. In our local town, we do have like an ice cream shop, and they make it into a milkshake, and it's literally the best thing
Yeah, I
I've ever
have
had.
to admit I am keen on that one, and I will have a scoop of normal ice cream,
Yeah.
but just have it with soya milk.
Yeah,
It is so nice.
yeah, it's literally
It's
the
actually
best
making
thing
me
ever.
really want one now.
Yeah.
That might be what we do after we
Yeah.
filmed
Might
this.
have to take a little quick trip. So nice and easy one. What is your favourite colour?
So for me, I think it would be the sort of teal colour or khaki green.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I'd probably say my favourite colour is just the blue, sort of like sky blue, not so much of the darker blues.
Nice.
So I think we covered this one earlier, but it's how tall are you? I'm about 5'11", 6 foot.
And I'm about 5'5". All of the females in my family have been quite short. I think I am exactly the same height as my mum. So I don't think I'm going to grow anymore.
Somehow I'm taller than pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Don't really know how that's worked out.
Okay, so we've only got one more question left, and this is actually the one from one of our Instagram followers. So it's at Ash Holman, and they have asked, how have you both developed as people in the past year or so? So this is a little bit more in depth than the ones that
very
we've
good
been
question.
doing. It's a very good question, so I'll let you answer first.
Okay. So I think as a person over the last year, I've become so much more confident.
Definitely.
Like a year ago, I definitely wouldn't be sat in front of the camera doing this right now, because I'd be too worried about what people would think. But I'm not affected by what anyone says or what anyone thinks of me anymore. I'm just kind of me, and if people don't like it, I just don't include them in what I do, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's quite similar for me. I've become more confident and comfortable with myself. Now, if you know me, you'll know that I suffer from anxiety, and over the last few years I have become a lot more better at dealing with that, and I have a lot more control over that now, hence why I am able to do this. But I think a lot of it is actually down to this lovely chap here. We have been together nearly 3 years now, and we were very good friends for a good few years before then. So he's been a massive part of my life and has helped me through so much. So I think this one's kind of my rock and is what has helped me.
Gonna make me cry at this rate.
Aww.
So I think that's all the questions for today. Do keep an eye out on our Instagram, usually on our story, just so you can get involved next time and ask us some questions.
Yeah, we'll have an opportunity up there for you to send us some questions, and by all means you can post them in the comments below as well. We'll do another question and answer video soon.
Definitely. We're also getting a Twitter account on the way.
Yeah.
So you can give us a follow on that, and you'll be able to ask us on that as well.
Definitely. We will let you know what the tag will be for our Twitter account, and we'll post that on our Instagram and everything.
Yeah, and it will start being in our descriptions below as well, so you'll be able to find it quite easy.
So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button below, and we will see you next time.
Bye. It's almost just like a fresh of breath
I think something that we want.
I said fresh of breath air.
What is your middle?
Do that again.
Bloody hell. Oh no. Done.